Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing another LCS 2013 qualifier for North America this time. Yeah, this is TSM versus COL. I've never heard of COL. I have heard of TSM. I know all of them except for Wild Turtle. Never heard of him. So maybe it's a rename of someone that I do know, and maybe it's just a new, someone from another team or from their own training. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, we are going to invade a little bit, and Lulu is going to be first blood here, and pretty easily as well. Wow, that was really... yeah, that was silly. I mean, I don't know what she was doing there so late. You know that all of these pro gamers are really quick at buying. And yeah, if you want to invade that far in, at least have someone spot for you. I mean, you are a team after all. So it seems that Amumu already wanted to go for red, or at least for the raids. Well, I guess raids are better for him. But yeah, the raids are going to be awarded now. And of course the blue was already awarded. So yeah, the blue team got 1 kill out of that. Immediately going to get 600 gold ahead of the, of the enemy. And we're going to have to see if they can actually make that work. By the way, I'm warning you already, there's going to be some lag in this game later on. Not now yet, but it seems that the video has some lag in it. Just warning you. I mean, I didn't record it straight from stream. It is recorded from stream, and now I'm restreaming it with new commentary, blah blah. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. So anyhow, we're going to see the Amumu go for that red buff. He's going to take quite a bit of damage, and he's going to keep his smite up, so might actually go straight into blue buff, and that would result in quite a nice thing to do. Obviously, it's going to be risky then, and yeah, they did see him. Sona is going to be dispatched to actually help him there. Well, help him. Actually kill him. However, he is not very low, and we have help here from yeah, that was never going to happen. He was too high health. They kind of expected him to be lower health, I guess, or hoped. But yeah, that was not resulting in anything. Of course, Diana came to help as well, which made it even harder for Sona to do anything. And well, very nicely done. We have the Twisted Fate coming in here for a gank. However, Diana spots him in time, and she's going to use the shield to not take a whole lot of damage. A little bit of damage going off on the Twisted Fate then, but that also is not going to matter too much. And so we're all going to be 1 versus 0 still in the kills. And a little bit of damage going off by the jungler onto the mid laner here. Quite a significant amount of damage actually done to Zed so far. But yeah, Zed is a really bursty champion. He doesn't really need health once a fight starts, so he can he normally just harasses until he gets the opportunity to get a kill, and then he jumps in. It goes all in on that kill, and then tries to make it out by just killing all the opposition. That's the way he's normally played. He is very bursty, even though he's not really an AP caster. He is still very bursty. So both the Shen and the Zed starting off with that Elixir of Fortitude with some health potions. And we see only health potions on Diana as well. And of course we see the Twisted Fate with only health stuff. But it seems that he at least has that already a tower down. But he has that a crystalline flask, which means that he at least has an item. But most of these guys not having items at all, some of these guys not having items at all. Of course the supports have only consumables, but also the Diana and then the 2 top laners. Well, one of them is in mid lane, but they're regarded as top laners in the thing in the bottom. Diana should of course be the top laner, or be considered the top laner, and Zed is the mid laner. But yeah, there's a big difference in that, in what they actually buy here, which is quite nice. But yeah, of course, Zed should be compared to Twisted Fate, and currently we see 44 minions versus 11, and that is a huge difference. That is so far apart. Yeah, he really needs to step up his game a little to catch up with his Zed, because Zed is really doing a good job, and a very nice gang coming in here. Yeah, immediately going to result in the second kill. And this time it is Kog'Maw who dies. So both of the, well, I'm going to call them bottom laners, AD carry and the support, both died once. And that means that they're going to be a little bit behind normally. But so far, yeah, only 4 minions between the two AD carries. And Lulu even has one more minion than her counterpart. Obviously for supports it doesn't really matter what they get minion wise. But yeah, so many wards available for everyone. We see all kinds of pink wards on the red team. They want to make sure they have that vision. They have the map awareness. And of course, with map awareness comes the ability to at least get map control. Which is the ability to, or well, the fact that you dominate certain pieces of the map and make sure that the enemy cannot go there, or at least every time they go there you have the upper hand in fights. And of course you get that upper hand by getting at least vision, and well, outside of vision you need to have multiple champions engaging on that. So for example, the dragon area currently is, well, should be dominated by TSM, because TSM has 2 guys in bottom lane and 1 guy in mid lane. So they have 3 guys surrounding that dragon. And of course there's only one guy in the bottom lane for COL. So yeah, they can't really fight that. And this is going to maybe even be a double kill here. Holy crap, this is going to be close at the very least. But the second guy coming in, and this might actually save the Sona, but Sona is still not out. No, it's actually just going to be the 1 kill. Very nicely done by the odd one, coming in just in time. He came in straight away, obviously. And yeah, no ultimate coming out from Shen there. I don't know if he had that already or if he just gained that. But it didn't come out, so either he was in a fight or he didn't have his ultimate, or he messed up, but I'm guessing one of the first two. If he didn't have, or well, if they kind of decided that it wasn't worth it, yeah, I can totally see why that would work. So this blue steal, or attempt at blue steal, is going to happen here, and are we going to pick it up? Yeah, Zed picks it up, and are we going to land some kills here? Zed should be the one going down. And the ultimate from Twisted Fate, but Twisted Fate's all the way back in the base. He can't join in the fight. Oh, that is such a shame. That would have been an easy double kill on him if he could join that fight. But nope, 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 nope. Not today. So in the meantime, he is running bottom lane, trying to prevent this Diana from pushing too hard. But Diana, yeah, she has taken her chance here to catch up with the Shen, or rather to go over the minion from Shen, 40 to 30. And she is going to, well, do fine against, well, this little bit of pressure from Twisted Fate, because Twisted Fate is only at 40 minions as well, and he has 1 kill, but yeah, well, it was first blood, so I guess it's 400 gold. But yeah, the 400 gold is not going to make enough of a difference to actually, well, catch him or her. And wow, another great engage here by Zed. He's going to land a double kill. No ultimate for Sona yet. She is level 4, so she can't do anything. And here is the first leg. I told you it would be available at some point. So yeah, I don't know how bad it is, but people did warn me. So yeah, I choose to either accept that there is lag, or I could well, choose to not do this game. But yeah, there you go, getting another kill, and very nicely done, obviously. Yeah, I'm just assuming that all of this lag is in the video. Well, currently it's still running pretty smoothly, the video that is, not the game. But Yeah, well, that's Twitch for you. Twitch has some lag problems. Everyone knows that, especially with streams that many people watch, and that's just a shame. But hey, that's the way it is. And as you can see, everyone is just in their lanes again. It is 4 versus 4, but the red team is going to pick up the first dragon here. The blue team, however, knows they are a dragon. Lots of pings going off. 3 guys coming in here. It's going to be a 3 versus 3, but a Mumu, I think that's a Mumu at least. Yeah, it is a Mumu. Is very low and actually is going to take a Caitlyn ultimate, going to immediately die to Shen. And yeah, 4 guys now at dragon, immediately dominating that part. And this is what you call map control. Just they lost the vision over dragon, so they knew there must be something going on over there. They went in, they killed the Amumu, and they got the dragon for themselves, immediately placing down the wards they needed to control that part of the map again. And great map awareness, and this is exactly what the pro teams do. They know what their enemies do, but then they also act on that. They act correctly, and in this case that meant killing the Amumu, or killing one of them. It didn't really matter who, but killing one of them, and then just yeah, working from there. So I think I'm going to just try to lower the quality here, because maybe that helps with the lag. Normally it does help some, but yeah, the quality also becomes a little bit worse, of course. Yeah, it's kind of strange because this is a pre-recorded video, so I don't know what's happening, but people were complaining about it. So maybe they just didn't have the ability to record the high-level stream, but I don't know. I'm just making use of what I can actually, or what I actually have, and yeah, that's unfortunate because live streams normally record pretty poorly, but yeah, videos shouldn't have that trouble, and here they do. So that's a shame, but well, nothing I can change about that. So it seems that a red team is pushing the mid lane a little bit, kind of putting pressure on here. There are, however, 3 blue teamers over here. Twisted Fate going into bottom lane, going to attempt to stop this Zed from pushing, but obviously Zed with 109 minions is way ahead, and 3 kills is way ahead of the 51 minions, 2 kills on Twisted Fate, and that is going to make quite a big difference in, well, this next fight that's going to happen in bottom lane. It is, however, still possible to poke, of course, but yeah, Twisted Fate really doesn't have anything yet. He currently has, yeah, Sheen, and that's about it. A little bit of AP going, but yeah, not really enough to, well, to win that fight, or even to last hit the minions. Well, no, to one hit the minions. Obviously, he has enough to last hit minions, because otherwise, yeah, it would have been really sad. Anyhow. Yeah, not able to clean them up just with the wild cards, which we normally see. Normally we see Twisted Fate just shooting those wild cards through the minions, and we'll pick up all of the back minions in one go, and then the front minions, so the melee minions, will be picked up with like a red card or something like that, or just some basic attacks. But yeah, all in all, that didn't happen. So. Or that we're not there yet, I should say. I'm pretty sure he's going to have that eventually. Just that early game, he's having some trouble against the Zed. The Zed is really just, yeah, walking away with this game in mid lane. Well, the mid laners against each other, I should say. But yeah, he does have a pretty nice amount of gold. And here we go. Oh no. 2 ultimates used and nothing out of it, not even an attack out of it. So yeah, that was a shame. Zed in the meantime just chilling in bottom lane, just saying, I'll just pick up whatever you left. Oh, pretty amazing. Obviously, but mid lane is still being pressured, and yeah, bottom lane, they're still okay. They're getting pinged though by the red team. I'm not actually sure if that means anything, but well, red team is pressuring this mid lane, still does. And here goes a Mumu into the jungle. Oh, bottom lane is fighting. Oh, finally. Yeah, that had been going on for like 5 seconds already before they clicked that. And well, we do see the end of the fight fortunately. I really don't know why or how he could actually go in there that aggressively without them, well, killing him. I guess he's just very fat, but he doesn't really have any additional health or anything like that. He does have a slow, however, on that Cutlass, which is pretty nice to have, obviously. And yeah, we're going to have to see if they can actually defend this tower now. Yeah, it should be no problem. Should be no problem. So yeah, the bottom lane, well, getting a 2-for-1. Well, no, the red team, sorry, getting a 2-for-1 there. That wasn't the bottom lane at all, because that was the I don't know who picked up the second kill, but it doesn't matter. But Zed picked up an unassisted kill for an assisted kill, and then they got a second assisted kill on the Sona, which was pretty nice, obviously. So it's yeah, they get about 300 gold out of that. But yeah, well, now the tower can actually be defended. If they came in earlier with that backup, they would have been able to get the 2 kills for 0, and they would have been able to pressure that tower way more, probably take it out, because there's really nothing they could do about that. So wards are still everywhere, as you can see, and that is the trick to, well, high level gaming, having vision. Having vision is so important in virtually any type of game. I mean, think of StarCraft, think of like Counter-Strike, things like that. If you have vision over your enemy, you nearly always have an advantage over them. And of course, that is exactly what they're trying to do here with all of these wards, so many wards. And yeah, both teams are doing that. They do have a pink ward, but the pink ward does not see the blue ward. Are you kidding me? Well, it is a little bit too far in, but yeah, I don't know. It seems strange. So Twisted Fate is just trying to yeah, to get the aggro from the dragon onto someone, because with the new way the jungle creatures work, and especially the dragon in this case, if you just skill shot the dragon, it's not going to attack you. It's going to attack the guy that's closest to it. In this case, that was Lulu. Lulu took quite a bit of damage. So TSM going to go in here, and they're actually going to take out the mid tower at the same time. Wow, that is an aggressive move, because that means it is a 4 versus 5 over here, but the enemies know they can't take dragon even 5 versus 4, because, well, they're going to get creamed if they try. But also, if they stay here too long, they're going to lose another tower. And of course, with almost perfect vision, they can see where the red team is. Oh, Xin Zhao, so aggressive here. So many ultimates going down. And finally, no, we're not going to get the first kill. There is the first kill. 2 kills for the red team and 1 only for the blue team. And Shen should be able to get out of here. Yeah, he is going to get out of there. And what are we doing here? Yeah, she is going to recall. That is that's the safest way to do it, but they are going to lose a dragon, unfortunately for them. But yeah, the dragon is of course for the team that wins the team fight normally, and 2 versus 1 kills is yeah, that's a win in the team fight. Obviously TSM is going to pick up the minions in top lane then, because, well, they want to get something out of it, and they may actually lose this bottom lane tower. Yeah, just trying to keep it alive, but it's going to be very difficult. Yeah, for now it stays alive though, because, well, there was no pressure anymore from the COL, and COL just recalling and retreating. Yeah, just making sure that whoa, immediately getting slowed. Very nicely played from Zed. So casting his shadow onto that teleport spot. And immediately when TF teleported in, he used that that slash to make sure that nothing was going to happen Very nicely done. They are, however, going to pressure both top and bottom turrets. And man, they're just taking an advantage all of a sudden. 2.7k gold behind, ahead currently, just because of those towers. I don't know how they can pressure all of these towers at the same time, but it's what they're doing. I mean, I don't really understand how they can pressure this at all, but yeah, they're just taking their advantage and putting it to good use and making sure that they can actually get this. Obviously, the split pushing power of someone like Shen is very, very good for these kind of situations, because you saw him just taking out that turret while the rest of his team is in bottom lane. It's just that they got 2 turrets, so I do understand why the red team lost that top turret. There was really nothing they could do against that. But losing that bottom turret as well, that is kind of a mistake. So anyway, we're going to defend against this and may actually pick up a kill. Oh, come on. Yes, nicely done. Very aggressive move on Caitlyn. And she is going to do a very good job of just making sure that, that they defend that tower. And a very aggressive defense at that. And very nicely done. Once again, they get a kill for nothing. And just, yeah, I think this is over now. This was the moment where it all happened. I mean, getting those 2 turrets was already huge. It pushes the lanes all the way into enemies' territory, but then they try to take out the bottom turret, completely fail, lose 2 kills. And yeah, look at the gold difference. There's 3.5k gold between them. That's like 12%. That's a huge deal. It's definitely not neglectable at this point. But yeah, we're going to have to see if they can actually carry this into the late game and make more out of this disadvantage. Because obviously, well, the enemy team can still come back. It's just that I don't expect TSM to make big mistakes and lose like 2 kills and a tower. But yeah, well, you never know, of course. You never know. That is the exciting part of the game being close enough together for this to actually, well, be able to happen. Obviously, that bottom turret was going to go down. So at least they have the tower. So that's good. It's 3 versus 4 towers now. And we are 2.5k gold behind now. So might actually be able to do this. It's surprising how much trouble TSM is having with this team. Doesn't mean anything for the future of the tournament, of course. Because even if they, well, if they lose, of course, it does mean something. But if they, well, win and go on to the next, well, the next round, then that team is a completely different team. So it doesn't mean anything anymore. So anyhow, a little bit of harassment going down on Lulu. Just making sure that that she's a little bit lower health than she is, well, than she normally is, and she has to either recall or heal up, and she is going to recall. But yeah, that ultimate is used more and more to just spam, to just harass a little bit. And if you can harass a little bit with it before a fight starts, then yeah, you get an advantage in that fight, because someone is going to start at like 2/3 health. And yeah, especially if you hit a squishy guy or girl, then that becomes a very good use of the ultimates. And oh, wow, nicely done by a Mumu. Saw the danger and immediately went for his only safe option, which was to jump through the wall with his Q. Nicely done. Doesn't even expend that much on that. It's just a Q. And yeah, it was a great play. Great play. It really shows you how these people think, how these people know what to do in situations. It would have been very bad if that raid camp had already been taken out, but it didn't. It wasn't taken out, so yeah, it was a very good move, very smooth move. I think he would have died otherwise, or at least it would have been pretty close. And that, of course, is never good. Yeah, the ultimate from Caitlyn's already back up, and we're going to have a little bit of a fight in top lane. It is still the 5-2 with 200 minions on Zed. That is really scary for this team. On the other side, we have 200 minions on Caitlyn, but she only has 2 kills. So it's missing about 900 gold compared to the... Well, a little bit less because she has 2 more assists, but hey, whatever. It's missing about 900 gold on that Zed, but yeah, at least she comes close and she can definitely kill him because she has the Infinity Edge, and with Infinity Edge plus the Last Whisper, that is definitely going to work. And Zed just suiciding in here. Oh man, did they really think that was going to work? How? Did they not see that the entire team was there or what? They have no vision over that. Okay, that might actually explain that. And oh, a nice slow there from Lulu, actually saving the Amumu. Amumu's not safe yet though, but we are going to get a tower out of it, so it's all good. 2 guys in bottom lane means that yeah, this is at maximum a 4 versus 3. But yeah, since Zed was dead, it's at maximum a 4 versus 2. And that, of course, yeah, if you can't win that, then I guess you should be playing another game, or you should farm a little bit better. Anyhow, we are teleporting in here with oh no, he's recalling. Never mind, never mind. Just recalling, and we're going to regroup. And are we going for Baron here? Would be very risky, but it's a high risk, high reward situation, because if they can pull this off, and they do have an Oracles on Lulu, it just timed out, so there's that. But if we have that that Baron, if they can pick that up, they might actually be able to come back into this game, because that is like 3,000 gold. No, it's 1,500 gold, sorry. It's 1,500 gold that they can actually well, use very well. Plus, of course, yeah, you get the buff, which is a major big deal. And yeah, here we go. Are we going to pick it up? The Baron is picked up by a Mumu, so the red team does get it. But are they going to lose some people here? Because it is a big fight, but they are still ahead. The blue team really, yeah, getting killed here. A little bit too much all over the place. And yeah, remember that I said I didn't think that TSM was going to make a big mistake? There's your big mistake. It's a 5 for 2 with Baron on the other team. So they actually came back pretty significantly. Only, well, just over 2k gold behind. And they currently do have the Baron buff on 3 guys. 3 important guys, because Zed is still alive, and yeah, well, the other 2 are less significant, but I guess the Diana is also a pretty significant part. Yeah, she can do some damage still, although she has yeah, 60 less minions and yeah, 5 less kills, but yeah, well, she still is pretty significant in this game. Definitely higher than the Twisted Fate is currently. And I really expected TSM to have less trouble with that, because TSM is normally a very good team, very coordinated, and yeah, they just made a big mistake there. They are still the ones that are playing better in the normal game, but yeah, these kind of team fights are definitely part of the game, and yeah, you can't really deny them. Can't really say that that there's nothing going on there. Yeah, anyhow, just farming it up, everyone, especially the red team, but the blue team is doing their best as well. But they're mostly in the jungle and yeah, just trying to get what they can. And yeah, the Baron buff is going to wear off in a few minutes, so obviously it only takes 4 minutes. But yeah, they may actually consider pushing one of the lanes, getting a tower, because top lane and bottom lane still have that second tier tower. And they may actually be able to take that off. Yeah, a little bit of damage going down on Kokma there with the Caitlyn ultimate. But that was not really significant damage. I don't know if he's building something tanky. No, he's not. So she's just not doing a whole lot of damage with it then. I don't think it can crit anyway. So, but yeah. Yeah, the power of Infinity Edge is of course the fact that it has critical strike damage and chance. But yeah, if your abilities don't crit, then all that damage is lost, and or all the potential damage is lost, because you don't get that damage all the time. But hey, here we go. We're going to get a tower in the bottom lane and maybe even one in the top lane as well, if they push on enough with the next minion wave. And yeah, this is not going to work out. Twisted Fate should not be able to hold off this this Zed. Zed is going to wait for his next minion wave. He's going to push in with that next minion wave. And in the meantime, Diana is pushing the mid lane. So they have to defend all over the place. And as I said, Zed is not going to be stopped by Twisted Fate. He's just, yeah, he's too fat for that. He's not going to let that happen. Mid lane tower also getting pretty low. And this tower is not low at all, but it is taking damage from the Kog'Maw. Wow, really all over the place. Aggression now from the red team. They are actually equal now in gold and 2 kills ahead. So wow, that is that's a pretty nice comeback. Well, as I said, you could see the error that TSM made. They lost too many kills in that Baron fight, and I'm not saying that I know what they should have done. I'm just saying that's the moment they lost it. They lost their advantage. Not saying they lost the game, just lost their advantage. And the dragon is going to go to the red team here. And did the blue team just pick up a tower or something? Because they are actually, or they were actually ahead again in gold. Maybe they just picked up more minions. But the gold is equalized once again. And wow, just it is so close. I did not expect this to happen at all. And maybe COL is a very good team that I just never heard of. Yeah, we'll have to see. So anyway, 2 minutes still Baron. And let's see if they can actually make something out of that, because both teams of course have the Baron timer. Both teams should be aware that it's coming up pretty soon. But yeah, 300 gold between the teams, and that is not a whole lot when you're both at about 50k. That is going to now all depend on skill, and yeah, the COL team has proven to have pretty significant skill in those team fights. Yeah, as I said, I don't really know what TSM could have done differently in that Baron fight, but they were too far spread out. And they didn't focus any of the important champions. Well, not Zed. Well, they did focus Kog'Maw, I guess. Well, not really focus him. One guy killed him because they were on the top of the fight, just yeah, doing their own thing. And Kog'Maw got killed, but got the kill at the same time. I think. No, I don't know. I think it was against Shen, but I really don't know. But yeah, the rest of the fight was just all over the place for the blue team. The blue team was basically forming a concave around the red team, but the red team just jumped from one champion to the other. And so they actually stayed as a group and targeted the same champion, except for the Kog'Maw. But yeah, the blue team really not doing that. And that is that's a significant difference at least. So we do have another oracles here. Going to clean out the wards that are available. Maybe even pick up blue buff. Yep, double ward on the blue buff. Obviously that happens because nobody normally communicates about those things. And yeah, they see 2 guys in bottom lane, which means, hey, Baron. Let's just do a free Baron, guys. Yeah. Both of these guys in the bottom lane, however, do have a teleport. They are not going to engage in this though. Oh wow, Xin Zhao actually was in there. Yeah, they are going for the base race now. Rather, yeah, you get Baron, we get your base. which we've seen them do quite a few times already. 2 inhibitors down straight away. And is this going to be the final fight? Because if the red team loses this fight too hard, they're going to lose their entire base. But no, it's the blue team that actually loses this fight pretty hard. 3 kills for 0 and the Baron. Once again, yeah, I think that was the wrong kill. The wrong call, sorry. I think that was the wrong call. I mean, both of the guys in the bottom lane, so they pushed the bottom lane, had a teleport. So both of them could have made it out. But then, yeah, they just waited for the enemy team to recall and just let them kill them. It is obviously not over yet, but we are going to get an inhibitor back at least. And yeah, with this super fat Zed and super fat Kog'Maw, it is going to be, well, Kog'Maw doesn't have kills, I guess. But it is going to be very hard to do anything about this. We really, on the TSM team, we don't really see anyone that has a large amount of farm outside of that Caitlyn. Because Caitlyn has been farming really well, but really hasn't landed the kills. And wow, nice stasis there from Hourglass from Twisted Fate. He is going to stay alive. And they are going to pick up a triple kill here. And see, this is what they needed. They needed to have that one champion that actually gets some kills going. And the fact that that champion is Caitlyn is just insanely good. Because Caitlyn was the only one, as I said, that has the minions to carry this. She has a full build here. No, not yet. No, it's almost. She's getting there. But yeah, she needs to get one more thing. The lifesteal thing still needs to be upgraded. That is probably going to be a Bloodthirster. And maybe not. Maybe there's another better item for her out there. But it seems that the Bloodthirster would keep her alive. Normally we see the Bloodthirster a little bit earlier. But yeah, well, too many heals, I guess, on the enemy team or whatever. You built that, well, third item from the left, I forgot its name, Executioner? I think it's Executioner. But I don't know what you built that for nowadays, but it used to be anti-heal thingy. I guess it's still a large amount of attack speed at least. Yeah, attack speed is normally not the problem. Of course, Caitlyn gets the extra headshots from her innate ability if she gets additional attack speed, but well, I guess there's that. Anyhow, yeah, we just see all the lanes just pushing forward a little, everyone just farming a little, because they're waiting for things to come back up. The dragon is going to go to the red team. There's really nobody close, but at this point, yeah, the dragon is of course still a nice amount of gold, but it's not really significant. It's not going to win you the game. Oh wow, you missed every single minion with that. That was pretty impressive. I don't think he can do that twice in a row. Missing an entire minion wave. Anyhow, we do get the blue team now. Well, one in mid lane, the rest in top lane. And are we going to just really push, or are we just going to see where the enemy team is? It is, however, 5-man defense in the top lane, and they're going to go after Shen now. Shen, however, is able to teleport out of this if he has an ultimate up, and he does have an ultimate up, so he can actually make that work even if he gets caught. Plus he's super tanky, so it shouldn't really matter. But yeah, so is this this Diana. Diana taking a lot of damage though. And yeah, with super minions there, you take quite a bit of damage. I mean, 2 super minions, yeah, that's a pretty significant amount of damage straight up. And Twisted Fate going to teleport somewhere. Okay, I guess he teleported out of danger, or he didn't teleport at all. So he just wanted to use his ultimate to see where everyone was. A little bit of lag once again. Hopefully that will be the last of it. But yeah, turning down the quality really does seem to help. So yeah, we really haven't seen that much. Maybe that little bit of lag was all people were complaining about. I don't really know. They didn't really put how much lag, but the fact that people complained about it tells me that it must have been pretty bad. So anyhow, we're going to get some killing going here with Caitlyn once again. Caitlyn has been doing a very good job of keeping up the farm. And yeah, has the Bloodthirster now, so stacking that up. And I wonder what she's going to do next, because really there isn't anything to do for her anymore. She has the amount of minions she needs. She has all the items she needs. Well, just stack up some minions and normally that should be it. And well, the red team just trying to defend. The red team is currently ahead in gold. And as I said, well, many times before, they have 2 fed champions versus 1 fed champion on the enemy team. That is going to be pretty significant, because I think Krokma and Caitlyn do a similar amount of damage. Both of them don't have any defense though. So normally, of course, we see the Executioner got traded for Phantom Dancers. Second Phantom Dancer. Yeah, normally we see the Guardian Angel, of course, on the AD carries, but in this case, not so much. Both of them without that defensive item. I guess they're relying on their team to stay alive, and if they get caught, then they just die. Normally, it is, of course, to prevent dying from, yeah, just random crap, random flying abilities that would normally do a whole lot of damage to you. Oh, Shen, so aggressive. Yeah, he wants to make sure that he pressures that one lane so they can't all do that. Blue team gets the Baron this time, and they're going to get 4 guys here to engage on. But oh, Amumu's so close to dying. Yeah, he does go down eventually, but did so much damage before he died. And blue team is finally going to pick up a few kills here. It is 2 for 2 for now, but Shen and Diana not even mixing in the fight here. And oh, Shen, can you make this work? Yeah, she doesn't have ultimate stacks anymore. Well, they're technically not stacks, but yeah, of course she can use her ultimate twice, and that does normally about 300 damage. So if she doesn't have that, or if she uses that early on, it seems that she has a lot of damage. But then, yeah, if the ultimate times out and you don't really have that anymore, then of course your damage potential becomes much lower, or your damage per second becomes much lower. So yeah, Twisted Fate goes down, but Zed also goes down. It is a 4 for 3 trade so far. And are they going to pick up the Lulu as well? No, they don't care about Lulu at all. Lulu is just there. Nobody cares about her. And that is, of course, the life. It's the life of a support. Yeah, there's really nothing you can do about that. But supports are just, yeah, they're just completely useless in the late game. In the fights, that is. They can still do a lot of supporting, of course. They can still get wards out and such, and heal and do those kind of things. Well, she did do a very good job in that fight. She protected the Amumu, making sure that he didn't die instantly, knocking up everyone, and that's why he did so much damage there. And yeah, he couldn't actually make it work, and it is currently equal in gold again. Nobody ahead. That is so funny. I mean, I would have expected this game to go like one way only. And it really didn't, which is cool. It's really cool, because well, we don't see enough of the really close games in high level games, because mostly it is just one team dominating the other team, or one team making a big mistake. But here, one team made a big mistake and then the other team made a big mistake, and now they're equal again. So yeah, pretty pretty cool. And we are going to have to see what they can make out of this now. Obviously, it is going to be a very, very hard fight because both teams have their gold they need now. I mean, yeah, both teams have 70k gold. What more can you want? I mean, come on. There's really nothing else to have. I think everyone has pretty close to full builds, all except for one item. So everyone has like 5 items. Except for the fat guys, they have 6 items. But yeah, it is going to be very close to the end here, because losing one of the fights here is going to put you so far behind. The timers are so long that they may actually just lose the game right here. Great Sona ultimate there. And are we going to pick up any kills? Oh, come on. More kills on Caitlyn. Triple kill. Oh man, quadra kill. Did she pick up the last? Yeah, she oh my god, pentakill. She got the pentakill. Yeah, that's what they needed. Obviously, it's a 5 for 2, so that is a big enough advantage to make this work. Sona is going to tank a bit of the early damage, then I guess the minions are going to pick up the rest of the damage. And there you go. Holy crap. Ending with a pentakill. Yeah, that was just the one fight they needed. It was so close that one more fight and it would just be over. Whoever won. So unless it was like a 4 for 4 trade or 3 for 3 trade, whoever won that fight would have won. And a very good job on TSM keeping their heads cool. They made one mistake, but yeah, they were ahead at the time, so they kind of equalized it there. And yeah, it's very unfortunate for this team. But they came so close, but they couldn't make it work. So, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!